Greetings, everybody. Just one small piece of family news from me, and it concerns what our president had to say to us earlier this week, especially when he was addressing the faith communities. He said two things of great relevance for us. The first, of course, is that he has offered us the freedom to gather, for which we are very, very thankful. And it's obviously something that as Christians we desperately want to do. That is a good and right and healthy gospel instinct within us, to want to be with other Christians. And we suspected that he might offer us that freedom before he made the announcement. And so we applied, as a senior staff, we were applying our minds before he actually made the announcement. And after a great deal of consideration, we decided that at this time it is not the wisest thing for us to be gathering together. In the providence of God, our denominational leadership, that's the presiding bishop and the other bishops, drew the same conclusion. And because the presiding bishop and his team can say it so much better than I can, I'm just going to read the letter, the statement that he put out in response to the president's announcement. So I'm going to read the whole letter to you. It says a lot, and it basically captures our position as a church as well. This is what he says. Reach SA public statement. Reach SA welcomes the President's recent affirmation of the role of the faith community in South Africa. We also welcome the recognition of ministers as essential services workers. Reach SA wholeheartedly supports the call to a national day of prayer on Sunday, the 31st of May. We also note the easing of restrictions with regard to worship gatherings and recognize that this concession puts significant responsibility into the hands of church leaders. The bishops and senior leaders in the denomination have taken a number of concerns into account. Firstly, the current rise in infections, which will potentially increase over this winter period. Secondly, the limitations on numbers, 50 or less, as well as risk group restrictions, means that many members will still not be able to attend worship services. Thirdly, home-based meetings also remain off-limits due to prohibition of social gatherings. Finally, the disinfection and social distancing protocols will have cost and management challenges, as well as putting significant limits on fellowship and worship. The bishops and senior leadership of Reach SA are convinced that the current risk factors still outweigh the benefits of limited public gatherings. We therefore do not support a return to public gatherings at this stage. We appeal to all our churches to forego this small freedom in the short term out of loving concern for the lives of others. We are conscious that all our churches, particularly those in poorer and rural communities, have been significantly affected during this lockdown period. And the bishop goes on to offer some support to them. We call on all our members to join the National Day of Prayer on the 31st of May, 2020. That's Pentecost. And we look forward to the day when God's people can gather without restriction and declare God's praises together. May the Lord direct your hearts into God's love and Christ's perseverance. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 5. I think that really captures our position. So we will be abiding by the counsel of our denominational leaders. We will not be gathering for the foreseeable future, but we share your same desire to gather as soon as possible, and our commitment to you is that we will be reviewing this decision regularly, because of course things are in such flux at the moment, things change from week to week. So we will be reviewing this decision regularly, and we will inform you accordingly. For now, we remain committed to church at home. We remain to gathering in our households. We remain to gathering over social network platforms like Zoom and MS Teams and so on. God bless you all, and we'll be with you again next week.